everyone, Ivy Gaming here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. For today's video, we have an interview with the developers. Me and Fastidious got to sit down and talk to the staff directly. We got to find out what's to come and discuss some fun anniversary stuff, and had a big Q&A session with some of the questions I got from you, the viewers, and we had ourselves. So, let's get into it. First of all, if this is your first time finding me in my channel, hello. The reason I look derpy and my mouth is strange and my eye is covered is because I'm dealing with a temporary facial paralysis, commonly referred to as Bell's palsy. It's something that should go away in time. It's just a waiting game now, and I'm going to be doing some physiotherapy, and hopefully things get better sooner rather than later. But I'm on month 3 of this, so if you want to hear more about what happened, what triggered it, I think, and a little bit more of a discussion there from when everything happened, you can check out the video called Why I Can't Post. At least it's on the thumbnail. I kind of discuss things in more detail and get really personal and show you guys firsthand when all this happened. But alright, let's get into it. First of all, I have to say a big thank you to Moonton, Watcher of Realms staff. It's really amazing that they're willing to do this. It just helps to, you know, be transparent. It helps to engage the community. It's a really nice thing, and that I wish more games would actually do, is engage directly with their content creators through the developers, through the staff. And yeah, I've had a really good experience so far. The contacts are wonderful. Wendy and Bunny have been wonderful to deal with since the first day, and the developers are always great at answering our questions as best they can, at least. So for my video, we're going to talk about the first year anniversary events and do some Q&As that I have asked from my viewers or from me. And then we're going to go into a 2-part, because Fastidious has a similar thing over on his channel as well. So on his channel, he has a different set of questions that are talked about. And he has some different big content reveals to give you guys. So make sure you watch both videos to check out all that information. We have some juicy tidbits on both of our channels that you don't want to miss. Let me just mention really quick, guys, that Fastidious's video is actually going to be a little bit delayed a day or two. So hang tight with that one. I'm going to be sharing this part 1 in my information, but there's a lot more to be had on his channel as well. Lots of cool stuff that we talk about over there. So pay attention to when his video pops and make sure you watch both of these. They both have different information. Different promo codes are available. He'll be posting his today as well, though. And we're both doing giveaways, so go check it out when he posts his. Also, on both of our channels, we're going to be sharing some promo codes. We all want that free stuff. And speaking of free, we're going to be having some big giveaways. So on both my channel and his channel, we're able to pick 30 winners for some really cool prizes that are a little bit different than the norm. So let me roll into all those details, and yeah, let's get into it. So on this video, in the comments, you need to leave a comment with your ID. It has to be your player ID, the one that you see when you click your settings. The number with the parentheses is your server, all of that. Just hit the copy button and put it in. Don't try to type it out and accidentally have a typo. Just copy and paste, easy enough. So you need to leave a comment on this video. Say whatever you want, of course, and I will be able to pick, 30 winners, actually, for this giveaway. Alright, and here we have the prizes available for the comments on this video. Really cool set of prizes. 1 Ymeric skin, 1 Boreas skin, 3 monthly summoning cards, 5 packs of ancient summoning crystals, and 300 diamonds to 20 players. So there is a lot of rewards, lots of free stuff. We're going to be picking 30 winners on my video. And over on Fastidious's video, he's going to have the same thing. So you get to enter twice. I'm assuming you cannot win both times. So I'll make sure I contact Fastidious with my list of numbers as well, just so we can double check. Alrighty, so I will pick the winners from those giveaways on the 28th of June, so pay attention to your YouTube comments. I'll give it a few days. If there's something I need a reply for and I don't get a reply, I might have to move on and give someone else, but make sure you listen up and follow the directions as noted. Alright, hey guys, Ivy League Gaming here. I've been playing Watcher since the day of global release, I guess technically a little bit before. I played a little bit before it launched for the sake of a sponsorship, which is how I found the game, and then I liked it enough to stick around, so really enjoying everything ever since.
How the heck are you, everybody? Very excited to be here. I'm Fastidious. Great to see Ivy and the dev team. I've been playing Watcher of Realms for about, I believe, 9 or 10 months now, which is crazy. I guess it is 10 months because I passed 300 days a little while ago, about a week ago. I love the game. I love the strategy. I love the community. I love other great creators just like Ivy League Gaming. And I'm excited to ask some questions and get some answers.
All right, so we're here joined by the developers today. I'm really excited to dive in, ask some questions, find out what's coming. So, who do we have with us? What's cooking today?
Hi guys, thank you Abby for the introduction. And my name is Ren. I'm one of the developers, one of the designers in the developer team. I'm doing most of the talking today on behalf of the developer team, and our lead designer is also here today to join us. And we are all super excited to have this conversation.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
So we are super excited to introduce our well-prepared anniversary content for you guys. It's a super long journey, and we are finally here, and we are so excited. Can't wait to introduce it.
Yeah, we have our first anniversary for Watcher of Realms. It went global on July 13th, and the celebrations have already started. There's lots of fun, exciting characters being added and events to come, so let's give a quick teaser before we get into the convo. Anora and Ymira, a new Bond pair, brand new heroes from all sorts of factions. We have a couple of fusions like Helga, the Carrion Queen, and Micah, a new permanent fusion added to the game. Really strong hero. There's going to be lots of summoning items that can be claimed as well from login, plus some skins and a new mount for free. Ymira's skin is also going to be available, as well as Boreas and some others which you can achieve from events. New event rate is also going to come to the game. Massive rewards await. There's also going to be an exclusive anniversary video for all players to see what you did in the first year of Watcher of Realms. Lots to come. War gives you more.
So here is, if you guys can see the screen, it's the content we prepared for our first anniversary for Watcher of Realms. We have prepared so many interesting content.
Yeah.
So first of all, the new guild boss, Static Runes Guardian, Samra. Some of the Forerunner game players have already experienced this, and some of them are already achieved extraordinarily high amount of the Dragon Blood. As the new boss we introduced as a weekly new guild boss, Samra will have multiple modes, which requires different sets of heroes to conquer that. And commanders can identify these modes based on the transformations of his arms. When his arms can vary to a giant chainsaw and a big shield and a flamethrower, poisonous flamethrower. And there will also be new rewards introduced along with this boss, which are refining crystals and advanced refining crystals, which can be used to refine mythic, ancient mythic, and variant gear respectively, allowing you to change the stats of the specific secondary attributes, which is very different from the hammer we introduced before. The hammer refine all of the secondary attributes at the same time, but this new items, refining crystals, only change one of the stats that you specify. So that's hopefully that's a different variation, and it can be useful for the players. Can go on. And second of all, we have also introduced some sets of new artifacts along with some older heroes and our new heroes, including Raz, Twinfin, and Anora, and such, and so on. We also have introduced some quality of life changes in this patch. And most importantly is the background fight optimization. So previously, when players start a background fight, and they cannot do like arena fight, or if they want to do another fight themselves, they couldn't do it. But in this patch, we have resolved this problem. So players can actually do a background fight chain in the background, and then do another fight themselves. So this will hopefully save a lot of the times and be more efficient, and have better experience for the players.
May I ask you, when you're doing, when you're doing the background fight, all the gear used by those heroes participating in the background fight, will that be locked out for if you want to enter a second fight, or can you reuse the same gear?
Yeah, I think the gears will be locked when they are running the background fight. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, that's amazing. A really huge quality of life.
Absolutely.
And we also have some improvements on the recommended gear feature for the gear management department. And before, we have introduced the thumb up icon for the recommended gear that we kind of have sort of as an indicator for players which gears are good and which gears are not as good. So it's easier for players to manage their storage. And we have been working on some improvements on this feature. In this patch, particularly, we have introduced a small feature that when during the auto fight and background fight interface, players can select all gear button, and it will be all the non-recommended gears will be selected instead of all the gears that you have got from this farm. And this small feature is in preparation for the future, in the near future, optimization for the recommended gear, which the recommended gear feature will be smarter and and becomes a better help for players to decide which gears are better or not. So we have improvement the logic for deciding the recommended gear in the near future, which will be released very soon.
Is there anything in the works where you could have a say in determining, like the player could have a say in determining what gear is recommended and what isn't? Some kind of customization of a stat priority that that specific player is looking for that specific main stat or set or so on?
For the moment, we are just trying to get a better feature that are good for most of the users, that are like, we have a general logic to decide which are good and which are not as good, because this is supposed to be an easy to use feature, and it cannot go maybe it's not cannot go as detailed as you hope.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, as long as it gets some optimizations, it's definitely not perfect yet.
Yeah, and I thought it can be perfect.
Yeah, it's gonna be
at
hard.
all, because players will have different opinions.
That's true.
And for different hero, that's also different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let's go on. And we have also introduced tons of benefits for all the players. You can just get them by just logging into the game, or just participate in our anniversary events and anniversary new content. And first of all, we'll have, like, by 7-day signing event, you can just receive more than at least 13 draws for just log in for free. And there are also other tons of summoning crystals and other benefits that players can get. And we will not go through all the details here.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one.
Can I ask that if you can go back the slide 1 second, the reward upgrade, I noticed that when you released the anniversary sneak peek, maybe you're wondering the same thing, Ivy. Is this like a permanent reward upgrade that begins on June 24th, or is this like a separate kind of temporary anniversary event?
Okay. So yeah, so this is just for the anniversary celebrating event. So it's not permanent. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, and also we'll have some new event rates and also some exclusive and non-exclusive heroes introduced in this patch. And we have already released Dahlia, uh, the silver, the Dahlia, the Death Blossom in the global servers like yesterday, I think. And we will also release Anora, the Silver Seraphim, in later this month on the global server, and we will also have two different new heroes that can be obtainable through Shard Summon and Hero Fusion, which is Helga and Micah, which are both very strong and unique DPS heroes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's really exciting. Helga and Micah both, like I've tested Helga a lot. She's amazing. Micah, I can't wait to try. I had a
Yeah.
question that a bunch of viewers were asking me about Micah. Maybe you got a similar question,
Mhm.
Ivy. With Helga, it says the 27th
Yep.
of June to July 15th. You know, and Micah just says starting from June 18th. Is there no end? Is that going to be a permanent fusion
Yep.
like Abomination, or is the end just not yet determined?
I was gonna ask that too.
Okay, let me ask. So yeah, so that's because the Micah event is permanent. So
Oh.
all the players have all the time you need to
Amazing.
finish her.
Yay, that's great.
That's amazing.
That's really good.
People will be very happy.
Yep.
Okay. Also, we have prepared tons of new skins. Yeah, for you guys in the anniversary patch. And first of all, the rest get a new big bad red demon skin, which can be redeemed at the arena shop. I think introduced in this patch. And Idrio's new skin, which is very beautiful, is can be obtained from the anniversary quests, which should be quite relatively simple to finish. And Olag's new skins also can be obtained from the anniversary events. I think one of the card flipping events. So those are all the free new skins for our heroes introduced in this patch. Okay. And we will also introduce a new mount for the Void Rift feature, which is called Barba. She's I don't know. Some sort
Jeez,
of
I don't know.
a devouring beast, I think.
Like a dragon turtle.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fun.
Yeah, very fun.
What's also interesting is that we will introduce a brief and sweet anniversary annual review feature for each of the players. Each of the players will have a unique annual review for her or himself. I think this will be an in-game thing. Okay, so you guys can see this feature in the game, and in this feature you will be shown a unique annual review that recapping this first year's journey that's only experienced by yourself. Hopefully, it's an exciting thing for the players. And at the last but not least, we will for this anniversary patch, we'll introduce a new a laddering raid feature, I think. Okay, so do note that this is some content subject to change. We will introduce some new roguelike elements through levels to levels, and player go through these levels to accumulate better rewards. This will be this tower stuff in this picture will be the anniversary event exclusive.
Is that a permanent new feature in the game or just for the event, you mean?
Just for the event.
Okay.
Is that something you could see yourself bringing with future events, like these bigger?
Oh,
like
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's actually our purpose. Yeah.
I think that's really exciting because people
Yeah.
have been asking about like monthly towers and stuff, but because we have so many events, I think tying them in as if they have that roguelike element, like what we have right now with the Thanatos boss, I think that's great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'll also will also briefly discuss what's next in the second year of WOR.
But that will be in Fastidious's video. First, let's do some promo codes. Alright, so the first promo code you guys can enter is Play WOR 2024. Play WOR 2024. But this one is only for new players. New players as in you just started within the last 3 days. You have to have only been registered when entering this code for 3 days or less. So if you're any more than that, I'm sorry, but this one will not work for you. Alright, and our next promo code is GalaofTya, GalaofTya. This one is for returning players only. If you enter the game and then enter this code, if you did not play for 14 days or more, you're eligible for this code. If you have an account on Forerunner server and on the main server for global, you cannot use it in both places. So we have my code, my personal code here, Ivy WORHB14. Ivy WORHB14. This expires by end of day, June 27th, and is limited to 20,000 users. So Fastidious also has an interesting code that's a bit different than mine on his channel. So again, go watch his video to find out his code as well, and be sure to use them both. We have our dev Q&A now, so we have some questions from me and viewers. I kind of chose the ones that I wanted to know when picking my viewer questions, not gonna lie, so that's why I don't have extras from me specifically. So, first one we have from God's Gift to Ladies 81, funny screen name, not gonna lie, love it. Alright, can they please go through the heroes' kits and specify what each skill does to how many enemies? There's so many skills that says it hurts multiple enemies. Well, how many is that? Or it says it does more damage when it happens. Well, how much more? Give percentages and numbers. Now this I agree with, I noticed with the kit for Init, or Init, the new Odyssey reward hero, in-game, there's like very vague, but on the test server, it's specified, so you guys did good fixing that one. But are you guys going to work on that in the future to go back to maybe some old descriptions and fix them that are missing information?
Sure, that's a good question. And making skills descriptions clearer and more accurate is always our long-term goal. And in the future, we will update the descriptions of some older heroes to align with the latest standards we have established, and including specifying the numbers of targets for area skills and the values for additional damage, and so on. We will also raise the relevant standards in the design of our future heroes, of course. And so, in short, rest assured, we will make it clear.
Good. So next one we have from Waramin7596. All right, we have more and more characters. Can we get double equipment slots, or do not count the equipment in total for the maximum, please? And we also have more and more equipment sets to save as well. Space is definitely an issue. So are we going to get more space, or can the spots not count that are on the characters themselves?
Okay, so first of all, the gear storage system has always been one of our top concern for the user experience. And in the current version, we have already increased the storage space for players recently, I think. And additionally, in future versions, we will introduce various convenient systems to make it a lot easier for players to organize and manage their gear. And at the same time, we are diligently working on an improved recommended gear system, which is the thumb up icon thing I mentioned before, that many players are looking forward to. This feature will be available in an upcoming version soon. So hopefully all of these combined will help managing your storage a lot easier.
If I can follow up on that quickly, just to elaborate on the last part about like maybe not counting worn equipment, like dressed equipment towards the total, because we're getting more and more heroes and people that have been playing for a while, like we have every hero, or a lot of people have nearly that. So if you just say you have 100 heroes and many people have more than that, a lot of people, just people like me that want to get sweaty might move gear around all the time. But I know, Ivy, you like to like build your heroes and be happy with that. If you build 100 heroes, that's 500 pieces of equipment already taken. And if that's counting towards your total storage, you're left with, in the current state, 550 if you have a developed Pantheon, and maybe a bit more. Any thought given to that might not be a penalty against the total storage? Because I can imagine, we're coming up on I think on the test server we have 196 heroes, so you could see by like end of year 2 it could be easily into the mid 200s, right?
So yeah, that's something we are aware of, and we will be considering adding this feature in the future. So maybe, like, for example, not excluding the gears you already equipped on your heroes for the storage.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
I understand this concern would be server capacity because people just hoard like crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so next up here from Mortar Mike, one of our fellow CCs, our favorite, of course, one of our favorites. One of the strengths of this game is the community. Would Watcher of Realms be open to a design your own hero contest where players can submit their artwork for chances for them to be added to the game? No pressure, but this would be amazing as it may be an annual thing. Maybe people could vote in game or on social media.
Yeah. So the community has always strongly encouraged players' content creation in WR, and we are excited to announce that the first map design contest will be launching soon. Additionally, we will be introducing more game content design activities for players in the future. So stay tuned.
That's fun. Good.
That's really fun.
Yeah, it's really cool. Happy to hear.
Could you see yourself expanding that? It kind of sounded like you were saying you had other ideas too. Could it go beyond a hero and like someone could design a map for a stage or something? Is that something you'd be interested in, open to?
Yeah, that's exactly what the map design contest is.
Oh, both.
So basically, players
map
get to design the stage,
Amazing.
the traps and landscapes. Yeah.
Beautiful. That's
That's
really
cool.
exciting.
Yeah. All right, next up we have from CLS Taco. I would love to know why we still don't have autos on Nightmare Void Rift boss stages at this point. Also, would it be possible for autos to just complete without the chance of failing to save players time swapping gear around for these stages they've already beat?
For this one, so because it's related to our future plans, so in the future we will introduce higher challenges for the Void Rift, and once the highest challenge mode is fully released and working smoothly, we'll gradually enable full auto battle for all levels in the future. So that's something we have been considered. Yeah.
Can I wait? Did we hear that right? Are you saying you're envisioning higher difficulty levels, like beyond Nightmare?
Yeah, just more. I think so. It's both way. It's both more levels and higher difficulties. So basically, it means we're going full horsepower on this content. Yeah.
Amazing. That's
Yeah,
the best
really
thing I
cool.
heard today.
All right, so next one we have from Aragon17261. Will there be an easier way to will there be an easier way to interface with the hero guides in the community tab? Or interact, I think. Right now, we have to stop everything and go to the community tab to search for the right hero guide. Will there be an easier way to get between the hero and the guide for that hero in the future so we don't have to go to the main camp, options, then community tab? Like maybe for each hero, you have a guide for that and a shortcut button in their details. When you go to said hero, it opens up the guides directly.
For this question, before the release of new heroes, we will publish their gameplay and guides in the announcement section in advance. And after the release, more hero guides will be available in our community. We are also considering making these guides more conveniently accessible to everyone. However, this involves interface display and other considerations. We will try to integrate the guides into the hero display page in-game in the future.
That's good.
That's something we are currently developing. Yeah.
Amazing.
This might complicate it, yeah. All right, next from KDFK and Josh Brewer. I wanted to ask if we could get more content in terms of story. We get a lot of lore and stories both from current and new heroes in the future, like will we? I would love to know more about specific heroes, place in their faction, and how they got there. Like, so just beyond the actual just lore page.
About the lore thing. So first of all, some of our old hero stories are currently being updated and are expected to be available to players by early July. We have plans to continually update and expand all the hero stories, and including information related to their factions and their artifacts. Maybe game stories will be gradually released with new versions. Apart from the new skins, the stories from the existing 15 skins have already been completed. And in the new hero stories, we will add information about related heroes and the roles they play in their respective factions, allowing players to understand specific heroes and their status from the perspective of other heroes. So that's wrap up for the lore question.
Yeah, you guys did a really good job with the Dahlia event, tying in Morrigan and making the gameplay flow into the actual cinematic. That was genius. That was amazing. Really good job.
It was really fun when you beat the
Yes,
last
I
story
loved
stage,
it.
and
And
then
then
it's like you see
the
Zealous
flow,
and
the
the Rose.
rose.
I liked
Yeah, that was so good. That was so good.
That was my happiest moment in War, was playing Morrigan and seeing the
Thank you.
Rose.
All right, so next up we have one more from Snowfall. The current end game is getting a bit stale, and example, lack of map changes between seasons of GVG, lack of changes to arena, like no conditions between weeks like there is in Void Rift Nightmare. I wonder if outside of implementing new game modes such as Guild Boss 2, there'll be any changes to make current end game content less stale, perhaps operate in the way that Void Rift does. This would perhaps mean that map changes for guild versus guild, some small rotating buffs or nerf changes to monsters and factions, or, for example, changes to the starting cost or cost regeneration speed, or if there's any way that you're planning to address endgame content drought.
Okay. So the new arena mode is currently in full development, which I mentioned before, the real-time arena, and is expected to be available in the second half of this year. And the seasonal updates for Guild War are also on schedule, with new maps and new demon soldiers, and perhaps also new mechanics to be released in July or August. And also the new weekly guild boss will be introduced in the anniversary update. Additionally, new main storyline content and a new strategic tower clan gameplay, which is also what I introduced before, will be gradually released in the second half of the year. So all this hopefully can contribute to the end game. Contribute to solve the end game drought that players are experiencing.
The expanded Void Rift stages, is that within the next, anytime soon, or is that farther off in the future?
Oh, so it's pretty soon, probably next month.
Wow.
Wow.
Next month
Yeah.
for others.
Can I ask a quick follow-up about Void Rift as well? I was wondering, so it was cool when you guys introduced Nemesis, when we could get the shards to fuse the new mount, and he comes with that special ability that you can skip, on some smaller percentage, you auto clear the stage. I had been wondering since that came out, because once you farm up those shards, you're done. Like if you would consider adding, then after that, you can get shards towards another mount, like Super Nemesis or whatever you want to call it, and maybe that has a slightly higher chance to auto clear the stage, and maybe it's something you build towards. So when people have been playing for months and months and months, clearing Nightmare Void Rift for months and months and months, towards the end, then it's like maybe a 50-50 that they auto clear the stage or something. Maybe that would, be a solution to kind of more what you talked about before with an earlier question, Ivy.
Let me just clarify that you were asking if we are planning on making the mounts more powerful on collecting,
like a higher percentage chance.
rewards.
Or just like a new, more powerful mount you work towards after you get the current mount.
Okay.
As you're progressing and clearing it over and over more and more, maybe that chance gets higher as you improve your mount.
So for the amounts of the Void Rift, we have been considering amounts with different mechanisms, not just the collecting mechanism, but also all the various kinds of functions that can be attributed to the amount. And also we'll be considering your proposal for this as well.
Yeah, I like that idea.
So just stay tuned for.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds great.
Yeah, the idea of an upgrading mount, that sounds cool. I really like that.
Something that you
Increasing
just,
your
like, could keep
chances, yeah, I
working
like that.
towards, 'cause it was fun doing it, and then it was gone.
All right, so that's all of mine. And there we have my half of the developer interview. Head on over to Fastidia's channel to check out the rest. There's some really juicy, exciting new content to come, so don't miss that, and be sure to enter those giveaways, use the promo codes, and I'll see you in the next video.